There we go. Right, welcome back to the Natural Physique podcast. We have the whole team on this time, finally. It's been, what, over a month now? Because Finn's decided to get his finger at his arse. So,
Yeah.
Finn, welcome back. How are you feeling on your debut back to the podcast?
Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing to be back on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me, boys. I do apologize for not being here in recent times. It's been a busy month. It was literally today is our month anniversary that we opened the gym. So I guess it's
No, I don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah.
You give us like an effect or something to give a party thing, but I don't know how to do
Just do like a fanfare.
Oh wait, there's a react.
it.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, there you
Hey.
go. Brilliant, Noah. Thank you.
So yeah, 1 month today that we've been open. So yeah, shout out Matt. He's got the hoodie on. Don't know where Josh and Noah's t-shirts are. I haven't even got one of those.
I didn't pay for mine.
You fucking best.
What?
Reese might watch this.
No, you don't know about that, Matt.
This was like 40 odd pound.
Tell the story, Josh.
So when I helped open, so I've been there for the whole week, running back in IKEA, this
IKEA,
and that.
IKEA 45
Yeah,
times.
IKEA 19 times, helping out, building shit, doing this and that. Finn hands me a top I think it was a top, yeah.
The t-shirt.
Yeah. And I put it on in the second that I put it on because I was just wearing it to, invite people in, this and that, be part of it. And Reese is like, "You paid for that, mate? You paid for that?" And then I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll pay for it, don't worry." And like 5 minutes later, I came back and he's like, "You paid for that?" And he was just like pure on me the whole day. Like, if you fucking paid for that. And we met him when we were walking past, like out in Loughborough afterwards, just for a meal. And he was like, "You paid for that?" I was like, "Come on and fuck me." And I
Yeah,
ended
but
up
to be
having
fair,
to,
by that point, you still hadn't paid for it.
yeah.
You paid for it
I was
after.
trying to do it for as long as possible, just to
Yeah,
annoy him
yeah, because
even
it's
more.
funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
I've
just
got my
next
my
time
wee
you see
top.
him, even though you did pay for it, just pretend you didn't. Just wind him up.
Yeah, exactly. How has the whole thing been though? I think that's a good thing to talk about, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah,
Thought
it's
about
been good. It's been really good. I think like the first week was busy because obviously we didn't know what to expect, and obviously it was like the early bird memberships. We had the client meetup day, which was sick, and then the actual open day, which was really good. Obviously, Josh, you were there for both. They were class, weren't they? They were like really,
that.
really good. Obviously, I expected them to be good, but I didn't expect them to be as good. Like they were just, especially because it's different to a normal meetup day. You know, like the meetup days that we've done where it's like it's awesome, but it's pretty hectic. And I almost feel under pressure to make sure
Yeah,
everybody's
and you need to look after everyone because they're your clients. But the people
yeah,
that were there, like, although it was a client meetup, it was more so just like everyone meeting each other and kind
yeah,
of
exactly. I didn't
enjoying
want
the gym
people
instead of like
yeah,
being just there to meet us and stuff like that. So
that's it. I didn't feel like not like necessarily unnecessary pressure, but I didn't feel like I had to look after anyone. And that not that I would anyway, but you get what I mean. Like it was like, right, cool guys, just enjoy the gym. Like that kind of thing. Let me know what you think. And then yeah, obviously my family came to my mum, my sisters, the kids came to the first one, and then my dad came to the second one. So it was cool to have them there and for them to see it. And then yeah, since then it's just been a case of like getting settled in, getting used to things. A few things that obviously you like learn as you go, but it's been pretty smooth sailing to be fair. Um, I had a fire assessment yesterday, but it was like an independent one. The guy was proper sound, so he told us like what we need to do. That's as exciting as it gets over here. Other than that, it's
been thrilling, mate.
just been new members after new members. So yeah, we've had quite a few new in the last week or two. Um, first
I think
month,
in September is going to be pretty mental or whatever, whenever
yeah,
the uni
when the
comes back.
students come back.
Uni, yeah, that's what I
Because
was.
you opened up right as the uni stopped. So like
Yeah,
no one
that's
could
it.
buy a membership if they're like staying there and then going back home and then coming
We've had
back. I
quite
think
a
you get
lot.
like a
Yeah, quite a lot of students that have signed up, but then they've like cancelled or frozen for 2, 3 months, and then
yeah,
they're coming back. But then also people who have come for day pass and like, oh, I can't wait to join when I get back. So like
yeah,
that plus maybe even new students. But the thing is, a lot of the new students because they'll be on campus. So they'll just train probably at one of the uni gyms. But the students that are going into like second and third year that are living in town, they probably will come over. But yeah, we've got a really good member base. We've got some really cool people that train here. It's really
the
like
boulder,
just nice, just a cool vibe. Huh?
the boulder.
The Boulder's not been that much. If you're listening, mate, come down. He's actually is.
It's
I think
probably
he's
the
sound.
boulder.
Yeah, this is like
Who's know
a
about the boulder?
huh?
I don't think they know about the boulder.
No.
No,
No,
Josh, do you want
17-year-old that's got like deeper voice and Oliver's put together, like make that as deep as possible. He's just like, yeah, Mates call me the boulder. He's this big fucker. He's absolutely giant. He's 17 years old.
He's a big lad, to be fair.
He just cares about fucking bitches and, just getting big muscles. But yeah, fair enough to
Yeah.
him. His mate was good as well, so
They've not been back. The Boulder's been back a couple of times, but his mate's not been back, which is a shame because they were nice guys.
yeah, they were lovely.
But yeah, it's going well. We sell quite a lot in terms of supplements and stuff like those kind of things. We weren't obviously not. I want to say we weren't expecting, but you get used to like, right, how many orders do we need to do and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, it's just people picking up like their cream of rice and protein and pre-workouts and stuff like that, and like,
Even
monsters
like the wee sample thing as well, like
mainly,
getting the 250.
yeah,
Yeah.
white monsters, waters, and the per scoop pre-workouts. Fucking so many, like, and we don't have loads and
Big
loads of
Monster
members.
doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot. Like we go through white monsters ridiculously fast. Like, and again, we don't. It must be mental gyms that have got like hundreds of thousands, like well, hundreds of members. Not many gyms have got hundreds of thousands. Like even gyms that have got thousands. Like when I worked at Pure Gym, there was like 5,000 members.
yeah,
Like if they'd have had a fridge with white monsters, they would have had an absolute field day. But they don't because they're sponsored by like Powerade or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, basically like just those kind of things, getting used to it. But it's going really well. It is going really well. Like from a again, the gym's not it was never really for making money. Like we didn't think, oh, we're gonna fucking be rolling in it from this gym. Like we knew that we're not gonna make our money back for a long time, if ever, with the amount that we've put into it. Like and then the amount that is coming in at the minute means that we don't have to put any more in at the minute, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like
Pays
because
for
we
itself a little bit, like just
yeah.
with the running costs, but not obviously what you invested.
Yeah, exactly. But over time, like, we'll still invest into the gym, like with more kit and stuff. It's just having space for it. And like getting rid of some for something new. But yeah, like it is going well. It's nice because like I say, for obviously well, we put all the money in for the kit, but then also when we got the unit, we were putting in a good amount for all the building costs. Like that was expensive. And then the rent every month was expensive. So
Yeah,
like now to be like, oh, like I'm not putting in thousands of pounds every month to the gym. It's like, oh, it was quite nice. Because like it was, don't get me wrong, it was fine. Like we wouldn't have done it if we couldn't do it. But it was also just like, especially with the house as well at the same time, it was like, fucking hell, like, my outgoings are ridiculous. So it's nice that they're not ridiculous now. So that's all good. But yeah, the gym is going very well. You boys are coming Friday.
yeah. No,
Yep.
when are you going down
I'm down London, so I'm flying down to London to stay at Cam's.
on
So I'll
Friday?
be, yeah, I go
Yeah,
for. Are you in the morning flight on from Glasgow?
yeah, yeah.
It's that same fucking flight we always got to Birmingham.
I think
Or is it they're coming back on Monday as well?
are you coming back Monday night?
No, I'm coming
The
back
same.
Sunday morning, but I'm getting it's 7:10 in the morning to London. So I'll be at the airport with you.
I thought you were going for a whole week.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was gonna, but then I thought it's just gonna be so fucking expensive. So I'm gonna come back and then go back down as well. So I need to get my second flight for Kez's posing, but
When is
I
that?
go. That's hold on, let me get my
14th?
calendar.
Is that just like the week
Y
after?
yeah, yeah, his is the 14th. So I'll do Friday to Sunday, both weekends, and then that'll be me.
So did you say 7:10 a.m. you're getting a flight on Sunday as well? Like
Yeah,
back from London? Oh, fuck that.
yeah, it's
Right,
fucking
bro.
awful. But apparently Cam doesn't stay too far. It's like 15 minutes in a taxi. But it'll be again like after a full show day at WMBF, I'll probably still be awake because that one ran to like what, 2 in the
Yeah,
morning
you
last time.
still be at the show at
That was
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll still be at the fucking venue.
That was the supernaturals though, wasn't it? The novice one. I don't, well, when did yours ran till like 9, something like that, didn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I was about 9 p.m.
Fuck me. I
Still
didn't
not
know it
yet
was that.
late.
I think Mikey will be on between like 4 and I've told him 4 and 6 p.m. We're looking at between there.
What
Is
classes?
his one of the later categories, or is there like a
It
lot
is.
left after
They
that?
do all like the first timers first, don't they? And then they just go right
Uh,
novice.
Is
So
Or
he
Mikey's
junior?
he is a junior, but they don't have a novice junior class. They've got a first timers junior, but he's obviously competed before. Um,
mhm.
obviously Mikey competed for people who don't know in the same show that Josh won the overall the WMBF 2 years ago. But obviously I didn't coach Mikey back then. Um, Mikey came fourth in his junior class. And even then he was good, wasn't he? Like he was good, but like he just
Max age, I thought, like, because he looks very young, or did look very young, especially at that point, like through the face, and I thought he's gonna be a teen. Oh fuck, he's gonna bum me here, but he just wasn't as lean enough, was or it
The
wasn't lean enough.
backstage from you.
Yeah, it just bent me over right there and then.
But no, Mikey was good back then, like, but he just wasn't lean enough, and I don't think
Was he coached at the
he,
point, or did he do his own thing?
no, he was coached. But yeah, he wasn't lean enough anyway. And then I don't know how the peak went, but he looked worse. Like he said
Yeah,
that, and he showed me photos, and he looked probably better a week or so out, which can happen with your first show, even if you don't change anything, just people stressing a lot.
yeah,
So
being
that's sort of
nervous.
advice out there. Try get ready early and try and relax and sort of feed into the shows and just chill and don't be thinking of peak week as this magical week. Like with Mikey at the minute, obviously he's been checking in for the last like probably 6 to 8 weeks every day, and it's no different at the minute, really. Like it's not as if like, oh mate, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like it's nothing massively different. It's just very, very gradually tapering up his food, very gradually tapering down his expenditure. And from tomorrow, we're going to sort of taper down some food volume and taper down some fiber. But like, just that's it. You know what I mean? It's not, I'm not going to be like doing anything crazy with him. He's very, very, very responsive to carbs. Like, he does not get flat. He's been flat once the whole prep. Like, there's only one time where I've looked at him and gone, yeah, you look flat, mate. And he looked awful. Like, and he'll
He's
say that.
always quite bubbly, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he holds fullness so easily. Like I gave him 600 carbs. That's what his like refeed or high day was throughout the prep, and he'd look really shit afterwards. Like, and he'd admit that when I'm not being horrible about Mikey. He looks great, but like he'd hold so much water, and like post workout, I'd be like, fucking hell, mate. And then like the morning after, it'd be like he wouldn't be up loads, but he'd be up a decent amount of 600 carbs. Whereas like a lot of clients, for example, like if I gave that to probably any of you guys within a prep, you probably drop weight or maintain the next day. You know what I mean? Like, whereas he'll gain like a kilo and look really watery the next day. And I know that he's sticking to the plan 100%. He wouldn't like go and eat loads. Like, he definitely isn't. He just responds very, very heavily to carbs and pulls on a lot of fluid. So we're going with like a linear load slash front load kind of approach. But he doesn't need like days of 700, 800 carb because he'd gain like 2, 3 kilos. He just doesn't need it. So
You
like,
wash that off a little bit in the sense then, like the day before, like run relatively low food, like not much carbs, just so he can sharpen up. Like if he's full enough, like a few days out, then just slowly start to bring it back down again. Or
yeah, that's exactly the plan, mate. Like he's pretty full and fresh every day now. Anyway, like he wakes up and he's pretty full and pretty fresh. Post workout, he looks really good. So yeah, we're literally going to run higher days, or well, pretty much what he's having now, potentially slightly tapered up, but again, food volume coming down for Wednesday, Thursday, probably most of Friday because he's not going to be on stage till later on. Like, I don't want him waking up 100% because he's then got to hold that all day and he's not going to be able to. I want him waking up a bit heavy, like heavier than he has been waking up and a bit spilled, and then I'm just not going to feed him throughout the day, really. Like he can have like fucking 20 grams of protein and a square of dark chocolate here and there. Like that's it. He doesn't need a lot of food on the day. He's going to be full and fresh, and then with that and with some peak max and with some slight like water manipulation, which will just be literally like having a good amount through the morning and then tapering it off and like having minimal as he goes into the show. Like I'd be very surprised if he doesn't look fucking mint. You know what I mean? Like, he's already very good. Like I could literally not peak him at all and he'd be very good. You know what I mean? He
yeah, it
wouldn't be
doesn't need it
inside
to
out.
be.
He's not inside out, but he also doesn't need like if you look at yes, condition does win shows, of course it does, but like Mikey's one of those where he's got such nice shape and like he's got such a bubbly physique, like you say, where it's like if I was to run him into the ground and get like another 3, 4 kilos off him, let's say, to try and get like literally no body fat on him, like I just think he'd look worse.
You don't
Like,
want to make the same mistake you made with me last year, do you?
well, mate, that's the same mistake that's easily made with most people. You know what I mean? Like you're searching for the extra condition that you think is there, and then it's not.
Yeah, it's like it's the overall look that you're actually trying to bring to the
Yeah,
stage, not just the most conditioned possible. And if somebody's a very bubbly physique and shape is the priority, like especially when I was doing classic physique, like shape was the thing that was going to win me the shows. If you start pushing for that condition and you sacrifice that shape, that's it gone. Like
I think
you can't
after
really get it back.
with you, the problem wasn't searching that we were searching for more condition because we weren't. Because after the MBFI, like we literally said, you do not need to be leaner. The problem was I just didn't feed you enough.
I don't. Well, I think we were still trying to get leaner, but we weren't pushing for it. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like steps were very minimal. Food was low, but like
You
output
just needed more.
expenditure
You needed
was
more
just
food. You needed feeding more, and you needed to be training better, and that would
yeah.
have come through feeding you more. Like,
Yeah.
but you live and learn. I also think, as we spoke about before, like from a psychological standpoint, going for meals in between shows, it's very difficult. Like,
Mm.
not that you can't just crack on, like you definitely can, and you did, but speaking from my experience, like when, and again, when I see it with clients, even if you go out for a nice meal and you don't go crazy, which again, you didn't when we went out for food after the MBFI, it is like your body just relaxes. And it's like, no matter what, it's like hard to get that same
It's like
level
you're
of
trying to
like hardness back.
kickstart the fat loss again.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost
Doesn't
like
work.
because your body is so sensitive, it is like that off-plan meal can do quite a lot of damage, even if you don't eat like an idiot. And if you
Mm.
do eat like an idiot, it does a fucking shit ton of damage, and it's very hard to get that back off. It's like your body's so sensitive to fat gain that even if you do just go
Yeah,
and have
because
a
it's
pizza,
searching for it at any
yeah,
moment, isn't it?
and
Like,
then like
because your body does not want to be where it is at that moment.
it's
Like,
so hard to get that look back.
thousands and thousands of years of fucking survival. Your body is telling you to not be where you are as soon as you fucking add in a little bit of food and it's not the stuff that you're used to, then you can go straight away. So yeah.
Exactly.
Unless it's me and I'll just have a Five Guys and chips and fucking what was it, a crepe and Nutella. That would also shit it out a lot of the time as well straight away. So
That was it. That was it's just so
that was
easy to beat you. Just eat
it.
whatever you want, mate, because you'll shit it all out on
Make
show.
sure you shit yourself the night before and we'll be perfect.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
a perfect picking protocol.
did you want to chat about anything else, or did you want me to sort of get some photos of Mikey up and stuff? Because we said we would, didn't we?
Yeah, go for it. Have you out of curiosity, not that anyone cares, have you cleaned your barbecue yet?
Nope.
Ridiculous.
Well, have you heard that like the best French chefs don't clean their pan?
Yeah,
Like,
that's it. I'm the best. I am one
Well,
of the
it's
best French
intentional.
chefs.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the last thing I want to do, mate.
it's fair.
Like, when I've been at the gym from like most days I'm at the gym 8 till, well, on days that I'm working at the gym, sometimes I'm here at 6, sometimes I don't leave till 10. So like most days I am here, even if I'm not working. I got here this morning at like 8 and it's now nearly 7. Like by the time I get home, it'll be 8. So like I'm out of the house all day, every day. Last thing I want to do when I get back is clean my barbecue. I just want to fucking try and like get my meals in and chill. And like I'm on quite a lot of food at the minute as well, so like, I feel like that's a full-time job. But I'm not moaning. That's what Josh Campbell would do.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you
Just
used the
depends how
barbecue?
bad you want it.
Have I used the barbecue? Not since you boys used it. I don't know how to use it. Noah's the
Yeah, I'm gonna
barbecue.
say me and Noah fucking we did all the cooking. I don't even think you know how to work it.
I'll work it out when I need it. Right, so this is or these are Mikey's sheets. So I guess I'll quickly go through for people who are interested, I'll quickly go through like Mikey's prep. So he started his prep 9th of December. So that's one thing as well. Again, what I've kind of learned from people who want to do the early shows, start your prep before Christmas. Clients who have started after Christmas have struggled to get in shape on time. That may be based on the fact that you go into Christmas thinking, oh, I start afterwards, so you eat a bit too much. Also, the WMBF show did get moved forward by 5 weeks. So that meant that my clients were 5 weeks behind straight out the gate. So it was like, not great. So again, just learning on those kind of things. And I do think if you start prep 3 weeks before Christmas, you're already in that kind of mentality. You have Christmas Day off and you just relax. Your hunger hormones aren't through the roof. Your food focus isn't crazy high at that point. So you can just enjoy Christmas Day. You're not going to fucking binge and eat 20,000 calories and gain 10 kilos. Just don't be an idiot over Christmas, but enjoy it. That kind of thing. Just like we did here. Look, yeah. That's why those 2 days are in red. Yeah. Because it was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You enjoyed it a bit more. You gained like a kilo. Sound. Yeah. Straight back down. And yeah, basically, lost at not like a rapid rate. He's not lost loads of weight, to be fair. Like he started at 80 kilos and he is now what 71.5 ish. So like he's not pulled off like 20 kilos or anything. He's pulled off less than 10 kilos in total. He didn't start fat. And again, that's credit to Mikey because he listened in his off season. And the reason as well, like Mikey actually started prep for last season, but then he got really ill. He was doing his dissertation. He had a lot of stress going on. So we were just like, right, let's just do next year instead because he's still a junior, which was a good decision. And again, Mikey was very mature in being like, yep, sound, I'm happy to do that. So yeah, basically, I won't go through all of this, but you can see like from his data, he's not lost a stupid amount of weight. His rate of loss, like realistically, has been 0.5% to 1% maximum. Some weeks, most weeks have been around about 0.5%. Dead slow, dead steady. Performance has been held all the way through on pretty much everything. Volume's pretty low now, not stupidly low. His training's here, but like it's not crazy high. He's got like here on his leg day, he's only got legs once a week as well because of how good his quads are. So his leg day is literally 2 sets of abs, 2 sets of hamstrings, hack, 2 sets of glute ham or glute sort of hyperextension, a leg press. calves and a leg extension with a rest pause. So he's not got like loads of volume, and his training's still going really well. So yeah, basically he is now and has been for a while. He's got like a baseline nutrition plan here and then a peaking nutrition plan. So like this is the one that I adjust day to day, basically where I'm sort of linear loading his food up. We took out cardio here. So what, a month ago? Main reason being his right quad was playing up. So he's like his right quad was really, really heavy. And he was really struggling to pose it. And you could see it a lot in the photos and even on his rear shots. So we took cardio out, and then just used steps as a tool, used posing as a tool, tapered steps down. Posing we're still using as just general fitness, and his posing's pretty good to be fair. Like his posing fitness is decent. So we just kept that in at like just 2 rounds a day really. And then yeah, basically just been like linear loading from pretty much like last week. I mean, we can see here, look, loading train day food, loading non-train day, just like trickling up carbs and fats. Protein brought down a touch, but stayed pretty high anyway.
How did
Uh,
you find the pre-shred and the Yohimbine? Because I've seen that in there, the caffeine side of
yeah,
things.
for Mikey, absolutely fine. For a lot of people, not good. Like some people really struggle to actually have that in regularly and not feel crazy anxious or nauseous and basically going hypo straight away. Like I had some clients this prep where they're like, mate, I need to take that pre-shred out. I'm going hypo the second I take it or within 10, 15 minutes. It does make you sweat a lot. And it can be a little bit like scary. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Like you don't have to have it. Like it's literally there to help get your heart rate up. And Mikey had literally no negative sort of side effects from it. So we just kept it in. Obviously, we pulled it out as soon as cardio was out. And that's just one thing as well. Like you can see, like here he was having like 2 coffees and a monster, 2 coffees, 3 coffees, 2 coffees and a monster. As we're getting close to the show, 1 coffee, 1 monster, 1 coffee, 1 monster. So his caffeine intake's coming down as well. Main reason being you don't need as much when you're not doing as much, and also when you're trying to uptake food, you want to keep digestion in a good spot. You want to keep caffeine a little bit lower. He's literally just putting his data in
I've
now.
always found that I just pulled it down so I could like chill out a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even though like at that point, like cause you're so used to caffeine, like one monster and one coffee doesn't touch the sides and doesn't make you anxious or anything at all, but like it's still doing something. It's not just going in and doing nothing. Like your body's still going to take a reaction to that. So it depends. Like obviously, if you're using caffeine to help wash off a little bit of water and a little bit of diuresis, then cool. But I usually like to just kind of keep it as low as possible on peak weeks or like approaching shows, just so I knew like subconsciously I'm a bit more chilled out, and that obviously helps stress being lower. So yeah, it
I think
depends.
having a baseline is good. So like for him, his baseline is like 1 monster, 1 coffee. So like that's his norm. You know what I mean? When it was up here, he was like above his baseline. He was having more than he needed, but it was beneficial at that point. But
Did
like,
struggle a little bit at that point, didn't he? I don't want to speak on like how he felt, but like I remember him sending you a voice note or a message when we were driving together in the car, just saying like, "I feel pretty fucked here."
yeah,
Like,
but mate, he's been great. Like he's communicated really well. Like no prep is easy. Like even yours, mate. You know, it wasn't easy.
yeah, I was
Like
gonna say there's
like
gonna come a point, but making
we
sure you
joke
actually
about
take it well.
yours being easy, but it wasn't. Like
Yeah.
no prep is easy. Yeah, you got in shape quicker and probably easier than some other people, but you still had to fucking work hard. You were doing cardio every day at certain points. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy. So yeah, he's done really well. The main issue was his right leg playing up, and he was getting pissed off with it because it was impacting his posing and his training. So like that was the main issue. He
Just
wasn't like I can't do this because of food or anything. He was just like fucking my legs annoying me, which is understandable. But yeah, he's been great. And as you can see, like body weight's come up from I think his lowest was 70.5, and then we just sort of basically started trickling up from there, and now we're sort of holding at like mid 71, so about a kilo up, looking really good, feeling good, nice and fresh. And like I say, he's had like a leg pump session there, rest day today, back pump, push pump, and then another rest day, and then a show day. And again, you got to think about what time he's going to be on. So, you know, it's very easy to be like, oh, you know, he needs to be perfectly peaked for show day. Not if he's on at 6 p.m. He doesn't. He doesn't need to wake up on the money. If anything, like he would need to wake up pretty watery and a bit spilled so that he can then dry off and not have to eat throughout the day. Or worst case, he wakes up flat on the morning and he eats up into the show. It isn't a massive problem, but then you've got more food in the stomach and that's not ideal, especially for someone like Mikey who like he's got great shape, don't get me wrong, but he's not got a tiny waist.
Yeah.
Like, so you want to keep that sort of midsection as tight as possible. Um, so yeah, he's in a good spot. Photos wise, it's not showing him, is it? Let me.
Other not. You go on his Instagram and he's just posted something.
Yeah, you can go on his Instagram. But these were from this morning. Obviously, you can't really see like that much in terms of from the WhatsApp photos, but like he's like I say, he could be a little bit sharper for like for through his glutes, through his obliques on the side poses. He could be that little bit leaner for sure. He's not like 100% fat free, but he's like 95%. And he's also got another show 3 weeks later. So we know we can make improvements into that show, which is always cool, rather than peaking for the first show and being 100% and having no room to get any better for it. And the thing is as well, like, and Mikey would say the same, like he could easily like push on. You know what I mean? He's not like fucked and he's like, oh, I need the prep to be over. But about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, 100%, he would have been thinking like that. And
Yeah,
that's why it's good to get ready early so you can reverse into the shows. You know, again, Mikey's told me loads of times, like, oh, mate, I feel like I could just carry on forever. And it's like part of that's because he's on a high with work and everything, and, you know, everything's going great. But also, like, you know, he is in very, very lean condition. He's not in a healthy spot. So you don't want to be spending months and months and months here just because you feel like you can, because you're not doing loads of cardio and so on. It's still not really it's not an anabolic state. You know, it
yeah,
being,
because I was sound throughout mine to a sense. Like again, business was going well and everything, this and that, but like Mad Physique died pretty badly at the back end as well, just because my body had been in that state for so long, even though things were still going good. So it does definitely take its toll, doesn't it?
that's it. It's like, it's not necessarily being pushed harder or anything like that. It's just the time spent being lean. And
Yeah.
like sometimes it is just too long. But I think at the minute it seems like we've timed it very well. And yeah, he's doing well. He's feeling good. So I'm very excited for this weekend. So yeah, obviously you boys are coming on Friday, and then the plan is we're going to travel up on Friday, what, afternoon. Um, Mikey's got his tan like, I think he said like 1 or 2 on Friday, but we don't need to be there for that for the base coat. But we'll just get there for
Do
mid
we
afternoon.
have a videographer?
We've got Mancuso who's going to do some photos and some reels for us, but we've not got him doing like a full video.
Cool. This is cool.
Yeah, the Osmo what?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get Osmo. We could do like a vlog for the hub. That'd be cool.
I could maybe even give Mikey mine if we've got two. We'll do one video on one of them
And
and
like
then
he's got his own. He does.
What he could do backstage, we could do fucking from
I
the
don't know
crowd.
what camera he uses. I think no, he had. Yeah, I think he has got a DJI. Yeah, he has. He's got one.
see his photos there. I'm just looking at the WMBF page to see if I can see that anyone's competing, anyone that we kind of know of, because I don't really know anyone that's going to be competing at this show, like that stands out in my mind. Joey, Steve, just seen him there.
Yeah, yeah. He's a first time as junior. He'll be good.
Solid.
My posing client, Joey.
Yeah, yeah. How's he looking, Matt?
Yeah, really, really good. So he's been ready for like 2 weeks now. And he's coached by Tom Taylor, so we've just been feeding him up. He's like really fucking lean at the minute, and especially well from the lower body. But yeah, it looks really good. Obviously, first timer, so it's kind of hard to know what to expect. Um, but yeah, I'm happy with where he's up.
Anyone that's watching on YouTube.
He looks good.
Yeah,
I
solid.
think he'll be hard to beat in a first time as junior class. Like when you're in condition, like
Yeah, it's just the condition. Like, you obviously get a freak, but how often do you see a freak with a load of muscle actually get in shape for a first timer show and juniors as well? Not
it's
Yeah,
like
very.
Owen last year, Owen Tennant in the teens.
Yeah,
Like he he was the best in the lineup. And he was good, don't get me wrong, but like he was the leanest. Like there were people who were bigger than him, but he was the leanest, and he had to fucking work really hard to get there because he came to me like 6 weeks out or whatever it was. So like I had to fucking bury him, and he did it, and he won because he worked really fucking hard. But like very rarely, like you say, do you see people get into like really good condition for the first time on shows. And if you do, even if you're not the biggest guy, like if you get into really good condition, like you probably do pretty well. Like Josh, for example, you were up against some fucking massive guys in that show,
yeah.
and you still won because your posing was way better than anyone else's, and your condition was better than anyone else's.
Yeah, it's stuff that you can technically control in a sense, and all condition to some degree. Depends how your body works and also how much muscle you've got, etc. But if you can pose well, if you can get in condition, if you can make sure you put in the time and effort for it, then it like really does stand out a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Joey there again. He looks good there.
he came to me. I think he was 4 weeks out. And he was just like,
Got
I
a lot
don't.
better, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was just like, I don't really need any posing lessons. I just want somebody to have a look over everything. So I've literally just been doing one check-in a week with him for the past 4 weeks, and he's fucking taken every bit of feedback on board, improved it because he's posing like every day. So he's constantly practicing, and yeah, made really good improvements.
I did always think he would be good, like seeing those photos and
Yeah.
stuff like that from when
Oh,
he,
front lat spread's incredible. It's so
yeah,
good.
that was
I
obviously.
coached him. I coached him ages ago, but
Yeah, I
not.
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
remember.
I
Maybe
remember
not
him,
go
like
to
he's
someone
got
else as
potential.
well after that, and then went to Tom, or
What did you say?
did he go to someone else after you and then Tom? I feel
Don't
like
know. He was coached. Yeah, he was coached by Michael Fox for a bit. Then he came to me, and then I don't know whether he went back to Michael for a bit. I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah, he's a nice guy, and like he always had potential for sure, and he's still got potential now. He's still young, you know what I mean? He's
yeah.
not a fucking mass monster, but he's got a nice physique. He's got nice shape. He's got in condition for his first show, which is always impressive. So yeah, it'll be good. I don't know who else is doing the show.
No, I'm not sure.
I've
Stuff's
got
obviously
another
there, which would be
posing
good.
client,
Who?
Fred. Fred, my other posing client.
Oh, the
So
gamer.
basically, yeah, gamer coach.
Yeah.
Basically, he'd signed up for men's physique first timers, and then he'd paid to do like another men's physique class, and they were like, "Oh, you can't do it. It has to be like a bodybuilding one. You can't do two men's physique ones." So he was like, "Fuck, I'll do classic." And then he was like, "Oh, I don't know how to pose." So then he came to me. So we've had like 4 weeks to learn all the classic physique poses, and it's been a bit difficult because this is like the first time it's ever happened. The classic physique in WNBF. So neither of us really know what to expect, like how they're actually going to call the poses. You've got like a running order and of the poses online, but you don't know if they'll stick to it. Like WNBF always throw a little bit of a curveball in there. So
Oh mate, I remember when they told
yeah,
us side chest, and then in the middle of the round at one random point, they just went side chest, the other side. And I was just
yeah,
like, oh shit, because
uh-huh.
it's so
Uh,
alienated. Like you can. When I get into that, I was thinking like, are my feet in the right position? Am I even holding the right hand here? Like it's so strange when you try to do it on the other side. So like you throw something that you don't know. I remember they were doing. They just went like rear shot, classic, favorite classic rear shot, and I just done that, then opened up my hand. This, I was like,
That's actually one of the poses now.
yeah, no
uh,
clue
So
what to do here.
yeah,
So yeah, they do always do something a little bit different, which is a good thing as well to point out. Do practice just in
yeah,
case.
practice both sides if you are doing WMBF. Although they haven't done that in the last couple of years because of the fact that the shows run till stupid o'clock in the morning.
but
Yeah,
then
I
classic
wonder if
physique
they'll
has
get
less
his.
poses, doesn't it?
Yeah. The
It,
reason that, like, and again, I might be speaking out of turn. The reason that they were doing that, in my opinion, was because they were struggling to get all the judging done properly. Like they were like collating all the data and all the numbers and the points, basically. So whilst they were doing that, like I remember they did like a 5 minute pose down at one point because they were just still judging it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
They're
that, and it
like,
was just going on and on and on.
yeah, and we'll go again, and it's like so. Yeah, it's cool for the athletes and stuff, but also it gets to a point where the shows go on and on and on. And it ends up being really late. Like, but they it's only their what this is their third year now, so like they're just going to get better with those things anyway.
Doesn't I know that? So was the year that I competed the second year that they were running?
Yeah, the first year was when Josh Croggan won his pro card
Right, okay.
and Sam Hartman won his pro card, who then
That's fine,
obviously
man.
last year went and won the Worlds, and now he's on gear. We lost a good one, lost a
Yeah.
very good one.
Unfollowed straight away, bud. Lucky. Lost Josh Natural Physique as a follower.
Noah, how was your trip to Newcastle?
It was good. It was very good. Obviously, seeing Sinead, who's now 7 weeks out from the PCA 93. She'll be doing figure, but it was good. Like she's in relatively good condition, and again, plenty of time. It's a long season. Like she's got shows like at the back
A
end.
proper early show for her, isn't it?
Yeah, so she wanted to compete in PCA, but PCA 4 was like right in between a bunch of other shows that she'd wanted to do. So the goal was she always wanted to do a PCA. So we said, right, we could do this one, and then we can see where you lie in the division, see if we can get an invite to finals. And then kind of go off of that because you've got the UK DFBA and the NBW show at the back end of the season. And then I know Sinead's and I know how her body responds to different food going in, and she's very responsive. Like she'll retain a lot of water very fast. I remember coming out of diets or introducing a bit more food, we've seen like 8 pound spike ups, but Sinead's so switched on, so on the ball, that it's just fluid. Like you can see it in the physique. So making sure we weren't having so many like back-to-back peaks or running different types and different styles, because then the look could be good one week and then the body could just completely go, depending on trying to fill up or whatnot for different shows. So the plan is to get in the majority of it off for the first show. She's what, 20 pounds down in 8 weeks, and we've got to
That's
this
really
point
good.
before. Yeah, like she's got a good
He's
amount of
always
muscle.
looked like solids in terms of just shape and
Yeah,
like
she's
even at the
good.
meetup, I remember, yeah, that 21st of January meetup there, like that's mental.
She's
Yeah.
good.
What was that? Maybe start a
Even
prep or I don't know, she
No, she
prep
started
it.
prep. Ma
No, sorry, yeah, cause it's an
April.
earlier show. I'm thinking she might have started prep early,
Yeah,
but she's doing later
she
on this season.
started
But
in April.
right,
But that's her just now. Like her side triceps, stupid good. But a good amount of like muscle. Just in terms of structure, she's not got the structure right now for figure, but that's something that we can obviously build upon with more tissue. Um, and that is what we're continuing to do. But she's in a good place for 7 weeks out. And yeah, she'll have that, and she'll have the BMBF Scottish. Her and Cammy will be both doing those shows. They're kind of got the same coaching
yeah,
stage time, so it kind of suits the both of them as well. So that'll be an exciting one for sure, to be fair.
I think it'll be good,
Yeah.
like having a good few of our clients all doing like similar shows and we can all bounce off each other and they can feel a lot more comfortable as well. Like when they're competing, obviously having all of us there and helping them pump up and making sure that Glaze is sound and there's plenty of people to work off and even just backstage being able to chat to people. Like I know obviously you want to be chilled out and kind of locked in a sense and this and that, but you know when you're just lying down next to someone you genuinely get on with, it just like makes you so much more at ease. Like if, you know, Cammy's sat next to us or whoever it may be, you know, all just chilling out backstage. Like it makes you feel a hell of a lot better. So I'm quite excited for that. I think it will like improve the experience for all of our clients as well.
We've got
Basically,
that show sheet, haven't we?
yeah, good plenty in.
I won't.
Yeah, I tried planning mine out to see what shows I have to go to, and there's like so many shows with like 4 or 5 people on it.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Pretty cool.
I've not actually touched that show sheet since we had that, and I've got my own little one.
Yeah, I've still
Uh,
got plenty to put in it as well.
Yeah, just add.
yeah,
Feel free to add to it. Just add columns under like your section. I've got it up now.
Yeah.
so,
Petru started prep last week.
yeah,
So
he's looking good.
yeah, he's gonna be good this year. He's booked his flights over for the Supernaturals. He's gonna book flights over for July time to come over to the Physique Club or up to JP's depending, just so I can see him in person, see where things are. It just gets to know him a little bit better as well. See him in person, which will be good. But he's got a very good physique. I don't know if I can. I don't know if he's posted anything recently, but I'm very excited for
Sent
that.
me, he sent me his posing routine earlier
Yeah,
because we worked on it and he's been like practicing and it's fucking so good. I'm
yeah,
buzzing for it.
he's been a big bit of boy, mate. 86 kg, 87 kg in that condition.
Mhm.
Exciting. Brandon's coming in very well as well. So is Cyrus.
Yeah.
You know, exciting stuff. Those photos were pretty cool after that high day.
That was good, man.
They just
Yes,
super.
doesn't look real. Looks like
Yeah,
implants.
mate, see in person, wild. I want to put my face in between it. Ah, yeah, right in there. Yeah, that's what you get with coaching if anyone wants to sign up. Free motorboat if you want it. Um, but yeah, him and Cyrus, exciting stuff. Teens class I think is going to be pretty cool because you've got Drew, you've got Matt, I've got Cyrus, Andre as well, and Brandon. So
Matt's doing slightly earlier. Drew's
yeah,
doing the later shows. Drew's looking fucking stupid, but
yeah.
there's a couple of fucking mental teens like banging around. Like
See that Ryan boy
We were
from
talking about him on Friday, weren't we?
Barbie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And did you see your man Will B?
yeah,
yeah, he's
That one from
fucking
today.
sick.
Fucking. How is he 17?
that's crazy work.
Oh my
yeah.
God, mate.
Looks like Anton or something. That guy that won his pro cards, the 19-year-old, like when he was that, like it just looks like that. He's crazy. Will, the guy that Talib
Yeah.
coaches?
Yeah, three coaches.
Yeah. I think teens will be pretty mental this year, to be fair. It gets better every year. Just like you'll see
It's
some.
like if you look at those three though, Drew and those two, that's probably I don't know though, because like it depends on the condition that they get in. You know what I mean? Like Will that won last year, like, he was a freak, but his condition was never incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it
He
was
came
really
he
good.
came first or he came fourth in his first show, the BNBF one.
Yeah,
And then to be fair, I did get in condition, but like your man Presley
yeah,
was a lot more conditioned on him. But Will was just an absolute freak.
yeah.
He's really, really good through the upper body, but his lower body isn't quite as strong.
He's still good though.
Yeah, he's look at that side chest. Oh, fucking
Oh,
just give the laptop
don't,
job.
don't want to, don't worry.
Poor people are going to get a jump scare. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I think the standard this year will be solid. It'll be interesting to see what it's like at the first timers. I think the first two shows so far have been pretty good. Like UKDFB and PC Naturals have exceeded my expectations for like earlier shows in the year. And
Yeah,
they,
the standard's been good. I feel like there's not as big of a discrepancy anymore between
yeah,
like before, like the early shows, like they just weren't that popular. Now they're more popular and they're better, and
yeah,
there's more of them as well.
definitely. It's just AJ Morris. It's the AJ Morris effect.
Yeah. Speaking of AJ, I need to get this done so I can go watch that video.
Yeah. Put off everything for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Watch it 10 times over.
How long is it?
It's like 45 minutes.
Like a proper documentary.
Probably
Yeah.
get two or three of those in tonight.
Yeah, easy. Easy. Just rewatch the footage of him winning the overall over and over and over in my phone. Yes! Dr. Tom, you done really well. Yes!
Shout out AJ when Lee was trying to tell the other people what points they'd got, and AJ was just like,
He
yeah.
just screamed over him. Yeah, gotta
To
do
be
it.
fair though, when you're on stage, you can't hear out, can you? You know what I mean? Like you're not really listening for when you've won, especially like that. Like he's not listening to think what Lee's saying about anyone else.
No. Even just like when they're saying like when they're calling your numbers or where they're saying like see when they make like we fucking comment out of nowhere and I'm too busy like just waiting for like the next pose and then they say something and I'm like they'll take a dig at someone and then like they'll expect people to laugh and we're all just stood there like that.
Yeah,
Nobody says it, no one does nothing. The crowd doesn't say it either, so you're just like just don't say anything like that.
just call the poses.
Yeah, that's all I need. But yeah, it's definitely it's so weird. Like when you're on stage with the lights and with everything, like you literally have no focus on anything but just like keeping your quad switched on and staying in the pose. Like it's difficult. But
That's why you see a load of people take a wrong quarter turn.
oh man, I've done
The very
that.
first one, it's like quarter turn to the right and they just fucking go to the left.
Yeah, gone.
So
Especially if
common.
it's first timers, though, you're kind of shitting yourself in a sense. Like you don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
When they started, if anyone's watching this as well, when they start your routine, possibly expect like 2 seconds in the middle where there's just no music playing. Because I remember in the first one, the first show that I done, I walked out and like they say, "Do you want the music to play as you walk on or once you get into the middle?" So I said, and once I get into the middle, and I stood there in the middle for like 2 or 3 seconds, it was completely silent. I was just like, I just had no clue like what to do, how to react, and then the song started. By that point, I'd lost my head entirely because I'm just stood there in my wee pants in front of 500 people in complete silence. Everyone's watching me awkwardly. I'm like, oh shit. And then I forgot like how to start my routine better than
That's why you
expected.
should have it play when I walk on.
Yeah, nah, but then it starts dead early and you're like rushing. You do a
Yeah, imagine you have to sprint
wee
across
funny
the
run into
stage
the
and then
middle.
get into your fucking lunging crucifix.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, mate.
As if you're like running across the road, a car's coming. You do like a wee bobble across in the middle
Right,
of the stage.
Matt.
Yeah.
Um, last thing, Matt. Do you want to gloat about your win?
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. You've not posted about it enough. Why have you not?
You need to post about it every minute, every single
Nah,
morning.
you
that's
should
the
have put
thing. I
like
can't
a
like.
you should have put like a grid post on or something because that is like
You
that's
did.
fucking monumental.
I didn't do. I did. I posted the routine to be fair,
You need to clear your story every morning and
and
put
then just
on
not
about
Terrence.
winning
just
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
turns it.
I've watched so they posted the live recording of the call, so it's like 2 hours long, and I just keep rewatching my bit over and over again because
Why
like
did you sit
see
on mute or is no one allowed to talk?
So only like the judges are on, so there's no like there's like 15, 20 people on the call, so they don't want loads of background noise kind of coming through.
Right,
So it's
okay.
just the judges with their microphone on. I'm just like watching Terrence's face, just like fucking staring at me. It's crazy to think that he's like looking at me.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I was the table was like going like that the whole time because fucking knob was just hitting off it. But then like it was cool because like you had John Loftus in like the top left corner and he's just going when I'm like hitting it. And then Sammy was loving it as well. But yeah, well, I haven't even said what it was.
There you
So
go.
for those of you who don't know, I'm part of like a posing. It's like a membership site, so it's run by John Lofthouse. I would highly recommend it to everyone. It's not overly expensive, but it's a really good place just to improve your posing, and it's almost like you can kind of work at your own speed as well. There's loads of tutorials. They've got live calls, focusing on all different things to do with posing. But every month they run this thing called the posing games. So they will create a routine or give you a criteria for you to go and create your own routine. And it then gets judged by the judges or the coaches on the academy, and they will give you a score. If you score the highest, you win prizes and you can win money. So this one was like Terrence Ruffin inspired. So you basically had to use like it was called a rough flow. So it was like 3 or 4 poses from a Terrence Ruffin posing routine, and you just had to put it in your own routine. So we all went away for a month, created our routines, and then you submit them. You all sit down on a live call and go through them one by one, and they'll give you live scoring. And Terrence Ruffin was actually on the call for this. He was the head judge, which is pretty fucking mental. So yeah, my routine did pretty well. Terrence gave me it was, they usually split it into different categories of how they judge it, but they just went, I think it was like execution. So how well you hit the pose, how well you hit the transitions, and then like the kind of flow. So how like it ties together, how well you've used transitions. And Terrence gave me a 10 for execution and a 9.5 for my flow. So that was fucking.
Look at that wee smile. You don't get
Oh,
Did
I
anybody
was.
get like a 4?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Loads of people get like really bad scores. He gave some guy
Really?
a 3. Uh-huh.
That
But
was fucking
it was
shit, mate. That was just
it was
so
really
bad.
bad. He was watching it. He was like, "I'm not gonna lie, mate. You fucked up all these poses here. I can only give you a 3."
That's crazy.
He didn't say that, but he said it in a different way. So
You know what's crazy though, right? I'm not good at posing, but no chance would I let myself get a 3. I would spend
yeah,
every waking minute on making it as
if you
perfect as
especially
possible.
if you know Terrence Ruffin is gonna be the one judging it,
It's like
surely
anything
you'll put
though,
a bit
isn't
of
it? Like
effort.
you put in maximum effort. Like I guarantee the people that got 3, and sorry if you're watching, you probably didn't put that much effort into it. Like I bet you put loads of effort into yours, mate. Like time planning it, like you didn't just try that and go, yeah, I'll send that in.
Yeah, like there was a bit of planning, but it's like because of how busy work is, I didn't get time to practice it until the very last week. And then it got moved forward a day. So the day I was going to record on was the Saturday. And then I was like cut a day short and I was like, fuck, I have to do this, squeeze it into upper. So I actually did it during my upper session as well. Sorry about that. Ruined the session.
Yeah. Get it up,
But
use all use. I didn't even have time doing it and I still won it.
uh but yeah, like some people just don't know how to pose as well. So
Are you
that's
allowed
why
to say
they're
how
on the
much dosh you
academy.
won?
I won, yeah. I won $500. I won a free month's membership, which is worth about $47. A free one-to-one posing session with my coach of choice. So I'll probably just coach on. Although I want to work with Sammy, to be fair. So, and then I won a t-shirt.
Nice.
I made like it's worked out about £400 just for a fucking posing routine.
That is pretty cool, isn't it?
Just mental.
Do you think
So
if John and Sammy submitted them, they could beat you?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
because
think that.
like there's a different level. Like they actually do know what they're talking about. They're not just like really artistic. There's
Yeah.
lots of things that we wouldn't think about within routines that they notice, and then they give you the
So,
feedback, and you're like, oh my god, you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
so
that's
who are the coaches?
it's John Lofthouse, Flow by Sammy, Luke Vinicombe. Do you know him? Maybe.
Heard
I
of him, but
saw
I've seen
right,
Sammy.
yeah.
There's a guy called Emil from I think he's from the Netherlands, and then there's a new guy from the US called Chaz.
Who's the really popular guy that does like the popular Asian guy in
Daniel.
America? Who?
No, I thought you were going to say that Daniel
Oh,
Coffee.
He was
he's
on it,
been
mate.
he's
Oh,
been
I
off his
didn't
nut
hate him.
recently.
He was fucking livid that he didn't win.
Was it?
He was
What?
fuming. So
Daniel Coffin is in the
he
thing.
entered it. Yeah, he entered it, and he came fifth.
Really?
Mhm. So he was like,
Ryan,
he
did
was
Ryan come second?
yeah. So I beat Ryan by half a point, but like we were messaging each other during the call, being like, we can't let these fucking Americans beat us. Um, and then like we came 1 and 2, which was really good. But Daniel came fifth, so he got like a 9 or something on execution or a 9.5, and he was like giving it all that
Sorry,
in the
look,
chat.
he's done a
Oh yeah, and then Nick Walker
post and
fucking
then like
joined the
four
call at the
slides.
end. So
You're just
Terrence Ruffin top left, Nick Walker bottom right. We were all just like, what the actual fuck is going on?
why was Nick Walker there? Who invited him?
See the name, it says Chaz Finnegan. That's one of the other coaches in the academy. He was just training
Right.
in the gym, and he trains in the same gym as Nick Walker. And then he was just like, here, look who I've got. A fucking Nick Walker's there. He's like,
Yeah, we met him. Is it? Does he still train at that torture gym?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. Um, would you
That's
be
cool.
if they were to approach you to be a coach with them? Would you be up for it?
I probably would, but I feel like I've got so much more to learn. I feel like, mate, I've only been doing this 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a lot more time, but um, I'm clearly doing something well because I've entered 2 of the games so far and won twice. So I've made like fucking £800 off it.
Just keep entering them and winning them.
Yeah, mate, that's well. I was like, Daniel, you don't need the money. Like, you make 50 grand a
Wait,
month.
what is he
Oh,
doing? Like,
he's too
Yeah.
busy just smoking J's.
Is he all right?
I
I
don't
don't know
think he's
what's
sweet.
happening.
I honestly don't think he's sweet.
Like he's doing mad shit in his car. Like mad shit in his car.
I used to think his content was pretty good, and now I'm like, is he
I
all right?
feel like he's not a posing coach anymore.
No, he's not. He's an influencer.
Yeah,
Why is he in the car all the
Why is he Phillips one blading his arse in his car?
time?
While he's gubbing, why then he's misses at the back and he's smoking a joint?
What the fuck? Yeah, he's a
Crazy,
weird
isn't it?
guy.
Yeah. I think he's doing like
Don't ever turn into that, Matt.
yeah.
I
Is this
can't
what
promise anything. I want to be that
When
one. I'm
you're
not.
when you're famous, mate, be posing and you forget about us. Don't do that.
yeah, there's some interesting content going on, definitely. Um he's got 241k followers. Mate, he
Mm.
used to be on like I swear when I followed him he was get like 20k. Just
He
got
follows you,
loads.
Finn. He follows you.
Follows me.
Because I was saying if he followed me and he doesn't.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, because you're the op.
You seen my content? It's incredible. Just post my training now and again and post my clients. That's it. And then
Yeah,
do like a monthly dump. That's it,
Hmm.
with a horrible dad joke in it.
mate. That was a great joke.
Yeah.
That was great banter.
What was it?
Last month may have been a good one.
Fucking terrible.
So
Honestly. It's just hate. So bad.
Because May. That's what I put.
Yeah.
That makes it funny when you put because
Does
May.
it?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes it hilarious.
what are you going to do for June?
Not
Uh,
much.
You're fucked. There's
I'm
nothing
happy,
to
mate.
do.
leave it
Might
with
as well kill yourself.
leave it with me. I think.
Honestly. You don't have a you need to figure it out. You've got
Right, I've
what,
got
like
all month to think.
28 days to figure it out.
Right, let's go because Noah's got an Anna Gaines podcast to get to.
I've got to talk about anime.
How's it going? Is
Yay.
it going well?
It's going good to be fair. We've been doing it since the start of the year, so I don't know. To be fair, we're getting to the point where we're running out of things to talk about though.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it just
but
going
how
to
many
become
times
a bodybuilding podcast, basically?
we talk about bodybuilding half the time anyway,
That's what I
and then
mean.
it's
Yeah,
just
it
like,
basically is that, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Then 10 minutes at the end we're arguing about Japanese cartoon girls or something like that. So
yeah, but if
that's
if like new things keep coming out, surely you can keep like, for example, it's like football is the easiest thing to make content about because
yeah,
you
yeah.
happening. You know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah,
bodybuilding,
like we'll do things like that if something comes out, but everything's shite at the moment. So
yeah.
You
uh,
need to cover if you've covered the One Piece.
well, that's what we're talking about. The One Piece
That
show.
looked impeccable.
Fucking
Unbelievable. Do you see that, Finn?
if there's one on when I'm there, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Sorry,
Oh,
Finn.
That
the
would be
show.
The
that would
show
be
with the One Piece
What
absolute
was that?
costumes. So
absolute
it's One Piece.
What do you
yeah.
mean? Like that?
So what that character there is called Luffy, and it's the main character of the biggest anime ever. And they basically had a bodybuilding show based off of the criteria of One Piece. You had to pose similar to how he does in the anime, and you have to like recreate scenes. Look at that.
Game's gone soft. What the fuck is
You
this?
Absolutely.
actually, so you actually like that, Noah, yeah?
Mate, I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but
Matt,
would you like?
no,
But
stop posting that.
Oh,
It
Because
probably
it
wouldn't be
is.
great for the brand, to be honest with you.
Look at that. That is crazy. Oh, mate, that'd be unbelievable.
wait, that might be your calling. You might be fucking minting that.
Genuinely.
That's what I put in
You
my
done him
story,
as
mate.
you went as Luffy is for Halloween, didn't you?
I did,
Yeah.
mate. I did.
We need to teach the boys some of his moves. Gum
Fuck yeah.
gum something something.
Matt, have you ever watched anime?
No.
No.
You do
Like
need to get on it. Like
no. It's
no.
fucking weak. Like Japanese cartoon. It's not even in English.
Oh, there's ones that are in English that are really good. Like ones that I like that you'd like. It's not childish. Like it's not big anime girls with big
What's
boobs
it
and
about though? Like what's
just
It
the
can be about
stereotype
anything.
about yeah. Like
The
what would
football
you
one's good.
recommend?
Blue Lock's fucking good.
Yeah, Finn could do Blue Lock. You like
Yeah.
football?
See, I don't I wouldn't say I like cartoons, but I'm a fan of like kids films.
so
Mm,
yeah, I'd be the
Just
same.
what you'd like wouldn't they
interesting.
like a Studio Ghibli one then?
Films of kids or films that are made for kids?
Films of kids, yeah, that's what I meant, obviously.
Yeah.
No, like with Cars, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, love
Oh,
You
Cars.
my
watch Grown
favorite
Ups.
movie.
Finn had never watched Grown Ups.
I've not watched that.
Oh my God. I'm
Anyone that's
Watch it
watching
next
this
time.
podcast, if you've never watched Grown Ups, go and watch Grown Ups.
Grown
And
Ups One or Grown Ups Two. I
I'll
think two.
take one because of nostalgia.
Yeah,
Two
okay.
is good. Finn, we'll need to do that
So
next time.
like
This weekend.
Should we
Boom.
get a Naveed round?
Mikey, fuck off
yeah,
with competing. I don't care about your peak. We're watching Grown Ups too. Unlucky bud. Yeah.
All right.
Kung Fu Panda as well. Kung Fu Panda
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
good.
I
When you
said before
rewatch it
before
as an
the
adult, and you're like, oh my God, there's so many things I've missed.
before the fourth one came out, it's the best trilogy of all time. I don't care about Lord of the Rings. I don't care about anything else. Best trilogy of all time. Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They're all peak. Absolute peak.
Right.
We've
Well,
got to talk about Kung Fu
let's leave
Panda,
it
so it's
there.
time to end the podcast. Um, how do there we go. I've just got the right button, making sure that I'm going to click the right thing. But thank you all for
Cheers, let
listening.
everyone know.
Yeah, that's us. Thank you all for listening. I'm sure we'll have something to actually speak about next week. Hopefully I've enjoyed though, obviously looking at Mikey's prep and seeing what he's been doing to get to where he is because he's in a really good spot right now. Chatting shit and talking about Kung Fu Panda and anime girls with big boobs. So yeah, thank you all. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, whenever it is that you're watching it, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.